On the way down screaming, "Whoa, before we have this time, then we'll be alright."
Hey guys, oSgtKickAss here, and welcome to my Week 24 Premier League predictions. Not many big games this weekend, unfortunately. It's just one of those weeks where there's a few little games that they all get played throughout the season. There's not going to be some big games every week. So yeah, this is just a week of a few normal games, and hopefully next week we should be some big games again. But anyway, we'll get into the video now. So starting off on the Saturday is Brighton versus Chelsea. It is at Brighton. Joe Wells is going to be torn in this match, the two teams he supports. So yeah, I think Chelsea will win this match. The quality in their team is just, Brighton's is there, Chelsea's is there. Unless you count Morata, then it's Brighton there, Chelsea there, Morata down here somewhere. So yeah, he's not great, is he, this season? But yeah, I think Chelsea will win this match. Overall, their team is so much better. I'm not sure why they're trying to sign Andy Carroll. Batshuayi is so much better. There is rumours that there may be a swap of Michy Batshuayi for Andy Carroll, and West Ham would come off much better in that deal. I can't see Chelsea wanting to get rid of Batshuayi, though. He is their best striker this season, as Morata isn't performing. So I think Chelsea will try and keep him. But going into this game, they are the better team anyway than Brighton, and even though they're in awful form at the moment, losing games, I think they will pull off a win in this match. They were very weak against Norwich, only winning in very late in penalties, I think it was. I can't quite remember. But yeah, they were very poor against Norwich. They've been very poor for a few games. So I think they will be trying to get back into form, and I think they will really want to win and really push on Brighton to get this. So I think Chelsea will win 2-0. I think they're just going to need it so much. They're going to push and push and push on Brighton until they can nick a few goals. And their defence is solid enough to keep out Brighton. So a 2-0 win in that game. Right, the next game is Arsenal versus Crystal Palace, and Arsenal are without Theo Walcott, Francis Coquelin and Alexis Sanchez, all because they have been sold in this window. This means Arsenal don't have a proper CDM, we don't have a best player anymore, or we don't have a second team player. So not great for us. We are missing Alexis Sanchez. He has been sold. Mesut Ozil is still believed to be injured, which is not good for us. Kolasinac is back though, but whether he will play or Maitland-Niles will play, I'm not too sure. I think Arsenal, we are very bad form at the moment. I think we will really want to win this match. So I think Arsenal will really put in an effort for this, and players will be trying to prove themselves, because Arsenal are currently in the midst of signing Mkhitaryan. He is apparently coming. That has been confirmed. Mike nearly fallen off the table there. But yeah, apparently we are very close to signing Mkhitaryan. Wenger believes it should be done by the end of this week, which is good. Yes, he's not going to replace Alexis Sanchez, but he will go a little bit way. And also, Arsenal trying to sign Aubameyang. Wenger pretty much confirmed it. He said, we don't really talk about these deals until they're done. But it is very, very highly rumoured that he is going to come, and some very respected football journalists have said Aubameyang is meant to be coming to Arsenal, and he's been left out of the Borussia Dortmund squad for the weekend. All very promising for Arsenal. So yeah, I think Arsenal will win this game though. It is only Crystal Palace, not great. Have been a lot better under Roy Hodgson, but I still don't believe they've got enough to beat Arsenal. I think Arsenal will win this game 1-0. We are shocking at the moment. That back three worries me, which makes me think we could concede, but it's Crystal Palace. They're not great. I think Arsenal are definitely going to win this game. I'm just going to go for a 1-0 win though, because we're not very good at the moment. Right, next game is Burnley versus Manchester United, and Burnley have dropped off. They started to do really well. They were up with us, and all of a sudden they've just sort of dropped off. They've had a bad run of form and not been great in general. Manchester United coming into this game have Alexis Sanchez, have Romelu Lukaku, have, I believe, Pogba. what a team that is. Jesse Lingard as well. Oh, fucking hell. They are going to be incredible next season. This season they're going to be good, but they're not going to catch City. Next season they stand a really good chance of doing that. I think Man United are going to absolutely walk Burnley. I think Alexis Sanchez may score on a debut. So yeah, I think it is going to be a 3-0 win to Manchester United in this game. So yeah. Moving on to the next game is Everton versus West Brom. And does anyone care about this game much? It's one of them, innit? It's the same as the next few games, really. Everton, West Brom. Everton are better than West Brom. West Brom not great. Been very poor recently, West Brom. Everton are sort of returning to their usual selves under Sam Allardyce. Problem is they're not winning. He got them out of the shit, and now they want to attack that top 6, and he's just not there. They just haven't got the team to do it. None of the players have been performing as well as they expected them to, and they are really missing Lukaku. So I think Everton will win this game, however, because West Brom are just not great. I'm going to go for an Everton 2-1 win. Right, next game, Leicester-Watford. Leicester have been turning it around recently, been putting in some good performances, getting some nice wins. Watford, a bit like Burnley, started off the season really strong, up here with like in the top 6 and stuff, and now they've dropped off a little bit. I mean, we all expected them to drop off a little bit, but they're not doing great at all. I think Leicester will win this game, just with Jamie Vardy, Riyad Mahrez, and Okazaki. The team is just much better than the Watford team. So I think Leicester are going to win this match 2-0. And I think Watford will probably just gift them it. I think Leicester's team is just so much better that Watford aren't going to be able to put in a performance against them. So yeah, 2-0 win. The next game is Stoke versus Huddersfield. And Stoke have not been the Stoke of previous seasons. Used to be a bogey team for a lot of teams. Chelsea, Arsenal, United. Now they're just not great this season. Huddersfield, however, not great. Have been really good for the first season in the Premier League. Better than I expected. Better than anyone expected, I believe. But yeah, I think this will be a draw. I can't see either team coming out on top of this game. So I am going to go for a Stoke 1-1 draw against Huddersfield. Yeah. My next match is West Ham versus Bournemouth. And Bournemouth are shit. I mean, they beat Arsenal. But who hasn't beat Arsenal? Yeah. So they're playing West Ham. Bournemouth beat Arsenal at the weekend. Their first ever win against Arsenal ever. That will give them huge amounts of confidence. They aren't great, but they're putting in performances. They did, however, lose to Wigan. So that could drop their confidence from up here to down here sort of area. Yeah. Their confidence will be very low against Wigan. Hopefully they might just be thinking about the league, and that's why they played that like that against Wigan. So yeah, that could be that's a very likely possibility. I think Bournemouth will win this game, however. My dad will kill me for that. West Ham are a good team, but I just don't see any attacking prowess in there. There's not. When you look at that West Ham team, you can't name anyone who scares you. If you're playing West Ham, you're not like, oh, this player's going to scare me. Like when you play Chelsea, Hazard, and Pedro, they scare you. Playing United, they've got Sanchez, they've got Pogba, they've got Lukaku. City, they have Aguero, Navas, Jesus, Gabriel Jesus. They just have, every team seems to have some big players that scare you. West Ham are meant to be up there with these teams, but they're not. So West Ham don't really have any players that scare you attacking wise. Bournemouth do have Callum Wilson, who's a very good striker, and yeah, I think Bournemouth are going to win 2-1 in this match. I think West Ham should win, but I think Bournemouth will win. Yeah, sorry West Ham fans. Right, next match and final match of the Saturday is Manchester City versus Newcastle. Manchester City 3, Newcastle 1. Yeah, I think Newcastle will score. I think they just will. I think they'll just find some at the heart of that squad. Yeah, I just think they will. I don't know why. I just feel Newcastle will score, but I realise they will get walked by Man City, and Man City will just kill them because of the squad and their performances. So yeah, I think Newcastle will score. I'm not sure why I think that. I just have a feeling Newcastle will manage to score against Manchester City. I'm going to go for 3-1. It could possibly be 4-1 or 5-1. But I think 3-1. Why not? So yeah, Manchester City 3, Newcastle 1. Right, the next game is Southampton versus Spurs. And again, Southampton, a team that aren't doing as great this season as they have done previously. But yeah, I think Spurs with Kane, Ali, Ericsson, it's Son. It's just too strong to not give a win, especially against Southampton. So I'm going to go for a Spurs 2-0 winners game. As much as I hate to say it, Spurs are got a very good team at the moment, and I think they are going to win this game against Southampton comfortably. Right, and the final game, which is on a Monday, is Swansea versus Liverpool, and Swansea are going to lose 3-0 to Liverpool because Liverpool beat Manchester City. They're extremely high in confidence, and Swansea are dog shit. Yeah, Liverpool off Salah, I say it every week. Right, why are Liverpool going to beat Swansea? Mohamed Salah. That's all I need to say. Every week. So, Liverpool are playing whoever this weekend. Are they going to win? Yes, Mohamed Salah. That is all the explanation you need, especially at the moment, because he is on fire. Premier League signing of the summer, absolutely. He has been incredible. And anyone who says he hasn't is lying. Anyway, guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you are notified when I upload. Leave a comment with your predictions down below, and I will see you in the next